Okay, people, do me a favor right now. Hands down, drop a like if you feel that the Boruto manga, as of this current moment, is simply put goated. After chapter 80 of Boruto, if you feeling like this series right now has taken it to a whole nother level, it's done a whole 180. The perception of the series has changed, the characters have changed, and just in general, the series as a whole has gone to a whole new level, then definitely show some love and drop maybe even a hashtag we could go with. How about hashtag BoruGoat 2023? Because fam, the Boruto manga easily right now is dominating, doing things that it's never done before, with the massive switcheroo that went down of Kawaki's wish on Ada and the aftermath of all of these events, with Boruto basically having to flee for his life because everybody in Konoha wants to kill Naruto's actual son, thanks to this whole thing that switched everyone's minds and pretty much warped the reality to make everyone believe that Kawaki is Naruto's son. And fam, Sarada's transformation, Sasuke just legitimately, this is the best year that the Boruto manga has ever had. Simply put, for 4 chapters straight back to back to be absolutely 10 out of 10 type chapters, on top of the fact of kind of clearing the series' name. I think that this is the first year you could say that hands down the Boruto manga hasn't not only had a weak chapter, it's been nothing but straight up fire, the best chapters the series has had, and switched the entire series on its head. You can't say anything better than this was absolute greatness. But let's talk about it.
It's time to get out.
And before we continue, if you would subscribe and hit that bell, I'd greatly appreciate it. We're going to be talking about a lot of Boruto and Naruto related stuff. You don't want to miss it. Please hit them buttons. Thank you. Because Boruto chapter 80 straight away kicks off again with a colored cover page of Sarada. And I said it before and I'll say it again. Yo, dog, they need to stop with the making Sarada that way, dog. Maybe in the time skip, if it's like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years later, we could go back to this. But for right now, y'all bugging out with these type of looks that y'all giving Sarada on these colored cover pages. I'm just saying, Ikamoto, what are you doing, fam? I mean, again, it absolutely fits that Sarada would get a colored covered page simply because, hey, she is, you know, one of the main stars of this chapter in particular. But why it had to be like that, fam? Why couldn't it have just been absolute epicness? Like, what are we doing here? But the chapter opens up with where it left off, and Kawaki essentially continuing on his evil quest. Because, yo, Kawaki has gotten mad cynical, and I'm not even gonna lie, we'll get to it later in the chapter of Boruto's reaction to Kawaki and his declaration and all that stuff. But I ain't gonna lie, the entire time I'm reading this chapter, every time I'm seeing Kawaki do one more dastardly deed, I want to jump through the page of the snuff, homie. I want to be like, yo, stop your bullshit. What you doing, dog? Stop playing with me. Like, yo, like when Ada is there being questioned by everybody again, like, yo, so are you sure that's what happened? Like, Boruto took down Naruto? Like, is that what happened? And Kawaki there, you know, giving a little nudge, like giving a little like, yo, you better say what I want you to say. Like, yeah, no, that's what happened. I'm like, Kawaki, like, yo, for me personally, I don't feel like there's much redemption for homie. Now, granted, again, you compare it to, like, Sasuke. Look how far Sasuke went, and then eventually he was redeemed. But this is just cruel. Like, there's one thing that, okay, you want to kill Boruto because of X, Y, and Z to protect the Hokage. Cool beans, fam. There's a whole other aspect when you're basically turning the entire world against him and making him feel absolute despair and hatred. I don't know, dog. Like, couldn't be me, fam. As much as I try to be the best version of myself, homie has to take a massive ass whipping for what he's done. I'm just saying. Even got Mitsuki that once upon a time was talking about, no, Boruto is the sun to my moon. Now saying I'm gonna kill him. Like, yo, Sarada, don't worry, stand back. I'm gonna kill him. He's in a sage mode now. I'm like, we are literally in the Twilight Zone right now. Like, cue the music. Like, what is going on here? Even got Shikamaru sending out freaking messages to everybody around that, yo, dog, Boruto is highly dangerous. We gotta hunt them down. Which, again, once this message and once these words travel through the shinobi world, it's gonna be bad for Boruto. There is no escape for Boruto at this point, at the very least regarding refuge in other nations, because everybody's gonna know about this. Like, the Hokage is the leader, the big deal. That's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the president of the United States, you know what I'm saying? Something happens to the president, whoever did that to the president, they're not going to be able to go and kick it in another place. Well, maybe a few other places, especially in the climate we're in right now. But you'll get what I'm saying. Also very interesting to note that really makes you further question what the heck is going on, considering the fact that there are a couple of people that are unaffected, because then following those events, we see that Sumire is like, yo, there was a flash of light, but what's going on? And Sarada is falling in despair, not believing, like, no, this isn't real. What's happening here? And even with Mitsuki declaring, I'm gonna go kill him, don't worry about it, Sarada looks absolutely distraught, like this isn't really happening, because that's not what happened. Boruto didn't do nothing to the 7th. What are you talking about? And I really wish Ada would not be completely where I think they're writing her character, because eventually she asked Kawaki, like, yo, did you really have to go this far? And Kawaki's response is like, yeah, it's the only way they're gonna allow me to kill Boruto. And I really wish Ada would be like, oh, he's not my Prince Charming after all. He's a lunatic. He's not it, fam. Like, get him away from me. Like, I wish that would be her character, because clearly right here he revealed to her that he's an absolute madman, and I don't think that's what Ada wanted. Every point of this manga thus far has demonstrated that Ada pretty much just wanted, you know, the knight in shining armor. You know what I'm saying? She just wanted to be whisked away. She didn't want this lunatic that Kawaki ultimately has become. So I really wish her character would stand up for herself in that moment, especially considering the fact that she can fly away. I don't know if you're worried about Kawaki getting to you, just fly up high and call him a bitch or something. So definitely something that had me noted, like, Ada, come on, call him out. He's on fuck yeah. Also very interesting to note. Now, I'm wondering if that was an actual view of Naruto and Hinata, or that was just like an idea of Naruto and Hinata, because Kawaki eventually starts talking about, again, you know, rescuing Naruto and Hinata. He's pretty much like well, not even Hinata, really Naruto, and he's pretty much like a broken record at this point. But we see a visual of both of them floating in suspended animation with a bunch of cubes around them and a bunch of rods around them, and I'm wondering again, so are Naruto and Hinata, like, I know it was said that, you know, time and space is not moving where they're at right now, but are they literally just floating in air with their eyes closed? Is that actually what's happening to them? Because it's kind of a little bit like, bit of a waste. Like, there could have easily been another Naruto adventure going down as all of this is happening. I mean, granted, it could be that right now, because Kawaki just sent them away, that they're like kind of stuck like that for the moment, but eventually they'll be able to break up out of that or something. Not necessarily saying that they're gonna break out of the seal and get to this dimension, but I'm just saying, like, is that what's going to be happening with them? Or again, is that just an idea and not actually Naruto and Hinata floating in just nothingness? Because it's kind of like, huh? Because every time we've ever seen any teleportation in Naruto and Boruto, it's pretty much been to like another land. Like, there's another, you know, they'll be in the grass or whatever. Not that, hey, all of a sudden wherever they're at right now, their eyes is closed and they can't move. Like, huh? And he even goes as far as to say, as long as I keep the 7 sealed, we're safe. I won't release them until Boruto and Code are dead. So he remembered that Code is also a danger as well, not to mention the fact that there's a 10 tails waiting in the wings. But yeah, dog, we need to worry about Boruto right now, you dummy. And I mean, if Ada ain't really waking up and smelling the roses on how much of a nut Kawaki is, the fact that when Damon shows up and he's there, like, you know, his playful nut job self, Kawaki immediately responds with like, yo, get lost, kid, or I'll kill you too. And he's like, yeah, you could try it, but Ada, he's threatening to kill your little brother. He's basically just switched the whole world on his brother. What makes you think that he's gonna love you? What makes you think that this is your knight in the shining armor after all, considering everything that's going on right now? He don't care about you. He don't care about your brother. He don't care about his brother. All he cares about is the 7th. The 7th. Man's is out of here mentally. And then the manga takes an even more interesting turn, because I believe most people, including myself, believed that Sasuke would have been unaffected by this turn of events with Ada's powers, that Sasuke would have been able to deduce something is off, something's not right, or just in general he wouldn't have been affected, considering the fact that, again, Sarada and Sumire weren't affected either. However, Sasuke goes to Sarada and he starts talking like a lunatic him damn self. He's like, yo, stay put, don't worry, we're gonna figure this out. Because when he arrives to Sarada, Sarada starts saying, yo, I can't believe what's happening, Mitsuki's threatening to kill Boruto, he's going off to kill him. And Sasuke is like, yeah, I understand him reacting that way, especially what Boruto did to the 7th. And like, I'm just there like, huh? That was a little bit disappointing for me personally, because I was really having high expectations and hopes that Sasuke wouldn't be affected by this. But these are the effects of you having to remember that this is the Boruto series. The older characters, unfortunately, get put in these positions, and it's kind of a little shitty. I wish the writing would just be a little bit different, to not feel like you have to downplay at every turn the previous generation in order to make the new gen shine, because it makes Sarada look really good and Sumire look really good in a whole different light when you can say that, oh snap, wait a minute, they are able to not be affected by this, but Sasuke and them are. Wow. And it's kind of like, no, Sasuke shouldn't have been affected by it either. I'm just saying, like, whatever's the reason that they're gonna write in as to why Sarada and Sumire aren't affected by Ada's charm and all of that stuff, cool beans, but Sasuke shouldn't have been affected by it either, which means that Sasuke, if they were to write him into the position, would have been simping over Ada too. What? And Sumire communicates with Sarada at a given point, saying like, yo, do you feel like you're in control of your mind right now? Like, yo, what's kind of going on? Confirming that both of them are unaffected by, again, this whole situation. So it's giving a little bit of, hey, at least Boruto's not completely alone, and shout outs to the fact that Boruto got the ladies on his side while all this chaos is ensuing, which I guess is one of the hunky-dory aspects of this. The fact that if it was just Boruto by himself, there is the possibility that he would have fallen into despair and this would have gone according to Momoshiki's plans. The fact that there is some camaraderie here for Boruto leaves open that, yeah, that's why he's not going to fall into complete madness and chaos, because he's not completely alone. There's people that, regardless of what, still care about him. Dog, when we get those pages of Team 10 trying to attack Boruto, I'm like, well, at least this confirms that Boruto would probably solo Team 10, even though eventually Shikadai does use his shadow jutsu paralysis to stop Boruto. But I truly think if it was like a fight to the death, considering everything we've seen, this isn't the Chunin exams anymore, I think Boruto would have been able to deduce what's going on, despite the fact that, you gotta remember also, Boruto right now is not only in complete shock and despair of what just happened, of the world changing and going against him, but he lost an eye just recently. I'm sure he's not going to be able to be at his tip-top shape of capabilities of combat when his eye is like gone right now. So that's probably a little something as to why Boruto would get trapped up in Shikadai's jutsu. But then Sumire continues to inform Sarada on what's happened, how Ada transformed the world against Boruto, and they don't quite understand why they're not affected by it, but everybody else's memories have been warped to a whole new reality. And seeing some of the panels prior to the actual big reveal, we'll talk about in a second, of what happens with Sarada with Sasuke, definitely those pages between Sarada and Sasuke are very vital and crucial to showcasing, because if you've been following the story going back even to the Sarada Gaiden chapters, then you know that Sasuke and Sarada's relationship has not been very conventional. Sasuke was never really there. Sasuke's kind of always been away from home, and Sarada doesn't really know him like that. So you're seeing the evolution of their relationship, and on top of that, seeing that despite all of that absence that Sasuke has had with his daughter, that he loves his daughter and will do anything for his daughter. But we'll get back to that in a second, because yeah, Momoshiki rears his ugly little alien head, because while Team 10 is basically hunting Boruto down and trying to take him down, Momoshiki's like, yo, just give me 5 seconds, bro. Like, don't worry, I'll take care of all of this. They'll all be dead in a moment. And props to Boruto. You know, a lot of people, and I think that this chapter 100% demonstrates the change in Boruto, but on top of that, a lot of people like to always call out MCs from Shonen. Like, they'll call out Deku in a heartbeat, oh, he's crying. They'll call out Takamichi from Tokyo Revengers, oh, he's crying. This chapter really demonstrates that Boruto is on a different type of energy. Boruto is on some straight up like raw manliness. The fact that even with everything happening right then and there, Momoshiki being like, yo, you know how they say the devil comes with the deal and all that stuff? Like, yeah, even with the devil right there saying, yo, I'll handle all of this, Boruto still didn't fold. So kudos to Boruto. And bro, those pages where Sarada is once again pleading with Sasuke and saying, yo, if I could have this one selfish request from your daughter, please save Boruto, and her activating Mangekyo Sharingan. Nobody predicted it happening like this. A lot of people predicted it would have been of possibly Sasuke dying, possibly Boruto looking like he died, something in that vein. In fact, it would have been possibly a good opportunity if Sarada was present during the Kawaki and Boruto situation for her to have activated Mangekyo then, because she would have thought that Boruto was dead. But this also is valid because, remember, it was revealed during Shippuden that the Mangekyo isn't only activated by seeing like your best friend or somebody that you love die. It's just from extreme pain that an Uchiha feels. So for her to have activated it right then and there, it makes sense because she's seeing her whole world twist upside down. Now it's supposedly he's Kawaki Uzumaki, the dude that she's been rocking with, and you know, whatever you call it, it's kitty love and whatnot. She's had feelings for Boruto, is being hunted down, just lost an eye. Her father thinks Kawaki is his student. Like, yeah, that would get anybody emotionally distraught. And if you're Sasuke, all you gotta do is use, like I've said before, the science behind it. Like, okay, my memories is telling me one thing, but my daughter literally just activated Mangekyo Sharingan as she's pleading and telling me that no, Boruto didn't do this and we're all batshit crazy. Let's go with the science. And as all that is going on, Momoshiki is continuing trying to do a number on Boruto, saying, yo, just go to sleep already. Like that, just go to sleep forever, dog. Like you lost it all. You know what I'm saying? It's like Momoshiki tried to cue the Attack on Titan opening. If I lose it all, slip and fall, I will never look away. Yeah, pretty much something along those lines. However, that conversation with Sarada was enough to convince Sasuke something is wrong, and while Boruto is trapped by Team 10, Sasuke comes and grabs him up and says, yo, Kawaki is my beloved student that helped me against the battle with Momoshiki, and you know, all of that jazz, but my daughter says otherwise. Which, even hearing that dialogue of Sasuke saying, yeah, me and Kawaki, we beat Momoshiki and all this stuff, it's like, it's so wrong, no. And at the very least, you could tell that Ada is thinking something there when she's alone with Kawaki and says, yo, I gotta go right now. She was like, I must go, it's time to get out. Okay, she didn't say all that, but she said, I must leave, I got somewhere to be. But once Sasuke and Boruto get further away enough, pretty much he sits them down and is like, it's mad strange. Like, for starters, why do you have my headband if I gave that to Kawaki? Why do I sense Momoshiki inside of you? Which is, wow, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta give credit to Kishimoto and Ikamoto, assuming Kishimoto really is the one writing, because everybody constantly goes back and forth on who's the writer of this thing. But the fact that Sasuke was able to deduce this, going way back to the foreshadowing and setups of Sasuke being the one that senses Momoshiki within Boruto, so now that adds on to like, wait a minute, Momoshiki's inside you. And the fact that his memories is pushing him to think like, no, it's trying to erase any doubts, like, no, Kawaki's the good one, he's bad, and Sasuke is still able to sense that. That is setups from way back in the manga of Sasuke being able to sense Momoshiki within Boruto. It's like, good stuff. And I absolutely love, as a father, as somebody that has a daughter himself, I loved the fact that Sasuke said, if I can't trust my own memories, the one thing I am going to put trust in is my daughter. I'm going to believe my daughter. And I was just like, yes, 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 good father of the freaking year. Everybody always talks about these horrible anime dads that aren't there, whatever. Look at Sasuke, when all doubts and all of that is creeping into his mind, he's like, I don't care, my daughter. And I love Momoshiki's disappointment of like, what the hell is going on? He's supposed to be distraught right now. Why is this happening? Which kind of makes me think that the prophecy that Momoshiki foreseen, and a lot of things that Momoshiki has foreseen, might be changing. So essentially, Boruto, Sasuke, and them are changing destiny. And it's frustrating Momoshiki, on top of all of this, the fact that he thought that this was going to be his meal ticket to taking Boruto's body. He thought that Boruto was going to be distraught enough, traumatized enough, and lonely enough to say, man, whatever, just take over my body. So the fact that none of that happened, you could argue that it's kind of comical to see Momoshiki there in agony, like, you're supposed to be miserable, give me this body now. But Boruto yet again is manning up. I gotta respect it. And something very big, which definitely makes me think, wow, the Naruto verse has massively gone under some changes throughout its course, which makes me really wonder what the heck has happened. And it leaves open room for all different avenues of writing and whatnot. The fact that Ada, when she arrives to Boruto and Sasuke, I mean, for starters, she apologizes and is like, this isn't what I wanted, this was Kawaki's will. Cool beans, bitch, you still ruined everything of my life, you know what I'm saying? You still got me at rock bottom here. But on top of the fact that she says, although this is not the first time it happens, last time I made everyone my prisoner before I could even realize. And I'm there like, so she's warped reality once before. So there's possibilities for stories of the entire Naruto verse has changed beforehand. Like, keep that in mind for the future. And I'll be honest with you, when Boruto started going off into that whole monologue of saying, oh wow, this is what Kawaki was feeling all along, now I understand him, and it was me that made, I don't care. I'm gonna just keep it real. Like, that's some talk no jutsu, Naruto at his finest, of like, you know, turning the other cheek. No. He went too far. Like, not only, and sometimes it makes me look at it like, dog, that's some sucker stuff. I'm gonna just keep it all the way real. I know maybe some people aren't agree, but I'm not gonna be a sucker and lay down for nobody when it comes to this of like, oh man, yo, just think about it. Homie pierced through your chest once before. Granted, you said it's cool, I got the alien in me, you trying to save people, whatever, but still, that is a very big deal. He had no qualms about killing you once before. Now he gets a second wind and turns everyone against you. Like, nah, dog, when do you stand up for yourself and say enough is enough? You know what I mean? So them adding in this whole thing of, oh, but if I just understand him. No, fuck understanding him. Whip his ass, beat his ass, fight back. But amongst all of that, I just gotta say that this is what's going to put Boruto in the category of being one of the top tier MCs of shonen manga right now. The fact that even as Momoshiki is like, this isn't what was supposed to happen, you supposed to be in despair, you lost everything, Boruto says, yo, alien, shut up, I ain't lose nothing, I got everything I need right here. And he really bosses up. It's like, this is a whole different character. He has grown immensely. There's no questions, no doubts in my mind that Boruto right now is one of the most epic main characters to be able to put up with this. Everybody that he loves hating him for a lie that Kawaki has portrayed. Like, kudos. And the fact that he tops it with saying, yeah, it's because I got the blood of my father, the 7th Hokage of the Konoha Leaf Village. I'm like, yes. And it definitely is setting up for the time skip, which I'm guessing next chapter is going to be the time skip, considering the fact that we're going into a 3-month hiatus. Because when Boruto's like, yeah, I don't want him to be a brother killer, so I got to get stronger so this can end in this battle of brothers. I'm like, all right, you want to save the person that... I don't know, bro. That shit kind of gets me ticked off. Like, you want to save the person that is trying actively with every ounce of their power to kill you by any means necessary, that was once upon a time looked at as a brother. I'm like, I couldn't, dog. He sent your 2 parents away to a different dimension. What about Himawari's feelings? Like, and him saying that's what my father would have done. He's spitting facts. Naruto would have done that, and I would have looked at Naruto as well like, you bugging, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all on that fucking ninja dust, dog. Y'all smoking that ninja dust right now. What are you doing? And it also sets up nicely because one of the things you got to imagine is, well, how are they going to be able to go off for years on end to train or whatever when Ada can spot them at any given moment because she can see anything and everything all over the place. So the fact that Ada says, all right, yo, my fault because this was my bad. As long as you out here, I'm not going to give them any direction on how to find you. I'm going to be mum about it. However, once you return to the village, then I could give you up. Which kind of feels a little bit like a cop-out of like, but at the same time, considering the fact that this is demonstrating, I don't know if you would call it a humanity within Ada, considering she's a cyborg, but it's something of compassion, of a conscience of, yo, this is so wrong. This is messed up and really, really wrong. And again, I hope that as time goes on, Ada starts to see Kawaki's a piece of shit, though. He's terrible. Also, I would have liked for it to have been Sarada along with Boruto and Sasuke just because she's one of the only people, you know, I mean, Sumide, I guess, would have been along for the ride too, but she's one of the only people that knows the truth. But the fact that Sarada is going to stay behind in Konoha while Boruto and Sasuke go off is going to be bizarre, because for the next however many years that this time skip is going down for, Sarada is going to be in the Leaf Village where everybody's saying, yeah, that piece of shit Boruto, this, that, and the third. It's gonna be madness, but at the same time, I guess it gives opportunity for her to train for whenever the return happens and everything goes haywire. Also, Kawaki is going to be watching everybody like a hawk, like, yo, you sympathize with Boruto? Anybody sympathize with him? Who wants to die for sympathizing with him? And we also got confirmation that everybody has been affected of this, even Code, because Code starts recounting he lost Ada, he lost Ishiki, he lost all of these people. Boruto, you're gonna pay for this, when it was really always about Kawaki, wasn't it? That he wanted Kawaki to pay for it. So the fact that he's saying that, it could be that he's just blaming everybody, but I'd imagine that Code is also under this spell as well. I mean, he was under Ada's seduction, so why wouldn't he be under this reality warper as well? And the chapter ends off with one final dialogue of epicness with Boruto saying, yo, bring it on, bro, bring it on. Every one of you will know who I am. My name is Boruto Uzumaki, and again, I just gotta say that this right here, especially once the time skip happens, demonstrates that Boruto is a whole different monster. Boruto is not the same character that was a spoiled little brat at the beginning of the story. This is a new chapter. Although I won't 100% say that the time skip is going to immediately happen next chapter. It seems to be the case. It seems that way. I mean, even the side text on the chapter says a new chapter opens up. But a part of me feels like there's a possibility that the manga could return in August with Mitsuki showing up to where Boruto and Sasuke are and them having a battle before going off into the time skip. So keep that in mind. I'm going to throw that theory out there. And overall, I got to know what you guys think. Is this the best Boruto chapter? How do you feel about the manga right now? Do you feel like this is going to save the Boruto franchise as a whole and really turn the perception around that has been muddied throughout time? And your overall thoughts and expectation for the time skip. Don't worry, I know that there's no chapters for a while, but I will have at the very least one video a week dissecting and predicting what's about to go down, because there's a lot to say after this one. I mean, Sarada Mangekyo, Sasuke running off with Boruto, everybody after Boruto, and now seemingly Sasuke. Are they going to declare Sasuke a rogue ninja as well? Who's going to be the new Hokage? There's a lot. So after this one, I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Subscribe and hit that bell to get more.
If the wolves could talk, they would probably read Greek, and I'd probably say, bitch, get the fuck off me.